So here we are in the Yorkshire Dales National Park once again, and I'm camping at a very small farm campsite just outside of the little market town of Hawes. Now many of you, if you ride in the Yorkshire Dales or have been here, will have probably been to Hawes, and it's a bit of a mega place to go for motorcycles. Particularly on a Sunday, you have the whole street and the car park on the front lined with motorbikes. So really good place to visit, and in every single direction you could leave this campsite you'll find brilliant motorcycling roads. Now the campsite itself is just at a little hamlet called Gayle. I'll put the details up here, but Gayle is just on the periphery of the market town of Hawes. It's only a small place. And so once you're into Gayle, which is just a few hundred yards down the road from the farm, basically you're into Hawes. It's about a 15-minute walk. I mean, I think they say on the website 10 minutes, but 10-15 minutes walk into Hawes. Obviously on the bike or in a car, it's only going to take you a few minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. Plenty of shops there. You've got fuel there. Cafes are there, pubs are there. And it's just a really nice place to spend a bit of time. So before I show you around the site, and it is very small so it won't take long, it accommodates tents, caravans and camper vans, but not so many of the caravans and vans because there's only a few pitches for those vehicles. They do have electric where the hard standings are, and where the field is for tents, you can't really get your bike up here. You physically could, but there's a little wooden bridge to get across, and in wetter weather that would be problematic. And personally, I would leave my bike at the farm. It's within sight actually. I mean, from where I'm stood I can see where the bike is, so it's not a problem from that point of view. And it's a very quiet area. There's going to be no thieving and robbing going on at the campsite. Different type of person coming here. In fact, there's another motorcyclist just turned up. So I'm in the Robins Buck Creek 2. Now you won't have seen this for a while because it really is my go-to winter tent. So this is what I use for winter. It's wind tested to, I think it's around about 60-70 mile per hour winds. It's an exoskeleton, so you put it up you just lay the whole thing down, inner and outer attached, and then you put the poles up, and then you're sorted, you're in. But I brought this because the forecast was for it to be very, very wet. Now, I think we might get a bit of rain, but it's not too cold. The clouds are very high, so possibly not. But anyway, it gives me a good chance to air this out before we get into autumn, which will be very shortly because this is toward the end of August now. So anyway, let me show you around, and I'll just show you around, give you the details, and then I think it'll be pub time. Nice little tent this, as I say, more of a winter tent for me because of the construction of it and the solid interior. But in fact, it really will be my only winter tent since I've sold a couple of other tents. So let me just give you a quick scan round to show you. So this site is quite slopey in places, but it does have plenty of little flat spots. Even up here in the longer grass, you've got a couple of nice little flat spots there. And the little back road is just here that you come to the farm site. And basically, if you can see all the houses down there just in the distance, coming across, that's Hawes. This road is a small back road and it's very, very quiet. This is a Saturday afternoon, I haven't even heard a car go past. So there you can see my Robin's tent. And then we just scan round. The boundary is where the trees are, so it's a very small site, this. So you've got sort of a bit of a grass bank up here, and you know, you can get camped alongside it. There's a couple of places on top of it, but for a bit more shelter, where I'm pitched is quite good because you've got the stone wall behind. And remember, you can pitch on a slope if you want to, as long as you get your head in the right direction and the angle right. So the boundary is where the trees are there, coming across to the farmhouse. And basically that's the campsite as I understand it being right now. So it's a pretty wild sort of campsite. It's basic, but this is just the way I like it. Again, you can see the Robins up in the distance, and that's at a little bit higher point than I am now. There's some nice flat spots at the bottom here, so it just depends on the weather conditions as to whether you want to pitch up there or you want to pitch down here. So this is how we get across to the campsite from the farm. And it's not undoable by bike, but to be honest, I don't think they'd particularly want you to bring your bike across here. You got a little stream running through. And this is the gate that takes you to where vans and caravans would pitch up. There's about 4 hard standing areas, and you can see the bikes parked there. There's 4 of us on this site tonight. Great location for Hawes though, this. For those vans or caravans that might come here, you do have power. You can see one of the power points there. And one hard standing there, and another one just here. Now there is a little bit of flat grass. Oh, there's another one just through past that shed. But there is a little bit of grass here, so I guess if you asked the owner and you wanted to pitch near your bike, I'm sure you'd be able to do so here. So there's my little Honda NX500 and a really well set up Triumph Tiger. And we got a couple of German bikers. Very nice, well set up. So if you don't want to park where I've parked or the other bikes have parked, there is plenty of parking just down here actually as well. So there's ample parking if you want to park on tarmac. Remember, this area is very quiet. Recycling is in that shed. And this is that little back road I talked about. And actually in that direction is the little hamlet of Gayle. And Hawes is just 3 fields over. So when you ride to this site, just watch out for this sign, Blackburn Farm. There you go. Blackburn Farm. So camping. They've got a trout fishery here as well. Oh, and holiday cottages. So I don't know where the trout lake is. Unfortunately, just to get the information, I'm not going to be able to do it today because the owner is away at a wedding of all things, and there is a phone number on the sort of front door of the farmhouse with a couple of contact telephone numbers. Because there's obviously nobody here, at least there's nobody in the farmhouse, and so I rang the number and I got John, who must own the campsite, and very, very nice chap to deal with. You can see here that says inquiries, and this is where you go and pay your money. Obviously most of the time there'll be somebody here. So that's where you sort of book in when you arrive, and I'll just show you the toilet. It's very basic. Oh, and the other thing is your fresh drinking water is just behind that entrance. The inquiry door is just there, so that's your drinking water there, and your toilets are in this farm building here. So that's the ladies on that side, and the gents are down here. So, as I say, very basic, clean enough. I'm not in like tip-top condition, but clean enough. The shower's free, just the one. You got the one sink. And the camping hiker. Oh no, it's the camping biker. However, I've started a new YouTube channel, the camping hiker. Take a look. And just the toilet there. As I say, they're not. It could do with a bit of a paint. It could do with just a bit of a tidy up, but it's okay. Also, you might want to bring a head torch. There is a light in there, but not in the toilet cubicle. It's just obviously needs changing. But you should always have a light with you, because you never know. It's very nice, very quiet. Scenery stunning. You're right in the heart of the Yorkshire Dales National Park. As I've mentioned to you, you can travel anywhere from here. So you may well have seen the little notice that I filmed. It's £10 per person per night, and you pay more if you've got a van, but the details were on that clip. And in all honesty, this is a nice little place. Basic farm campsite. Not that big, just nice. Weather's holding off, which is good. But for now, that's everything. What I'll do is, like I usually do, I'll just give you an update before I leave, in case there's any changes. But for now, thank you for watching so far. Okay, so I've had one night at Blackburn Farm. I had a really good night in Hawes. It's a very pleasant walk down to Hawes. So you go through the little hamlet of Gayle, and then you more or less you're there, and it's street lighting most of the way as well. So I'm just getting the bike packed and ready to go. Just got the tent to take down basically, but I thought I'd just give you some instant feedback. So Hawes is in the Yorkshire Dales National Park. It's a well-known biking destination. It's Sunday today. There'll be a massive amount of bikes there by sort of lunchtime onwards. So this is a perfect location for travelling off in all directions. All the roads, every road from here will take you in a nice biking route. So very handy. Hawes, walkable. There's pubs, shops, chip shops, everything there. The campsite itself had a very pleasant night. It rained through the night, but the sun has come out this morning. It was quite windy through the night as well, and it's very blustery now, but beautiful morning because it's sunny. You've seen the pictures of the campsite and the toilet facilities, shower toilet. So what have I got to say? Well, it's £10 a night, as I've already mentioned to you. £10 is pretty reasonable, particularly for the area. You know, you're in the national park area. The toilet facilities are very basic and they are really in need of an update, to be honest. And there is only one toilet, and that toilet is within the shower complex. So the problem you've got there is, if you've got quite a few people on here and people are going through showers, etc., and you want to get to the loo, you're going to have to wait some time, possibly. Now, there was only, I think, about 4 or 5. There was 4 tents on the field. Five tents on the field. And there's a little camper van has turned up as well. But it is a late August camp. So in the middle of summer, I just feel that the facilities here will not be good enough. The field itself is basically, it's like a wild camping field, which is what I like. I really like that. But once again, for £10, if you take into account it's like wild camping, which is great, I enjoy that. I enjoy the field, the type of field. But if you take into account it's not cut grass, it's just wild camping, really. And the toilet facilities they're okay, but they're very lacking. And one toilet shower, which if occupied, you're not going to get to the toilet. For £10, I think that's too much. So I personally think it's a bit expensive for the facilities and for the actual field, albeit it's in a perfect location. So it's a hard one, isn't it? You know, I would say come here as long as you understand that there is difficulties, or there could be difficulties with regards to toilets. If you're okay with that, if you're okay with the wild camping, leaving your bike here, very safe. You've got Hawes. You can walk into Hawes. You could have a couple of nights camping here. It's a brilliant place, and you can go riding. So it's up to you. I've sort of given you my thoughts, but that shouldn't colour what you do from a point of view of what you want out of your campsite. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you at the next one.